recording.
All right. On the last session of exercising random furballs, we did exactly that. We also met a rather peculiar person in a very intricately designed robe. And we found out that the townspeople can actually defend themselves if they really need to. What a bunch of wankers.
And we just didn't for so long. Being stolen.
To be fair, though, before you guys, they did have to deal with a rather deadly orc leader, so there's that. And with that, conclude your current adventures and tasks in Torstead. So, as of right now... Excuse me?
We're heading down to breakfast.
Breakfast?
That's right, we just finished the exercise.
I would... I'm not sure what you... Oh, you mean in the tavern. Yes. I was just... Wait, what?
DM, be your
Yes.
DJ. Come on, dear, be your DJ. Come on, DM.
Yes, yes.
Now that she has the
15
power to
seconds.
ask for it, she will.
DM.
She's like, finally.
DM. DM.
Oh, my baby girl. Look at your intimidation. Oh, you're so cute.
Is it good?
It's a +3.
Wait.
Ooh,
Not bad.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
She's not
Let
proficient
me
in it
adjust
too.
that volume a little bit. That's a little bit too
Christianity.
loud.
God, no, stop it!
You embedded it so much in me that I'm just by myself. I'm just Christianity.
Teddy's got a +6 in intimidation.
I
Pajama
did
balls,
not
pajama
understand the
balls.
reference.
Pajama balls. Christianity.
Jigglypuff queen.
Jigglypuff Puff Queen. I'm
It's a
buying
nice-
200
It's
Pokeballs.
a fucking bop and rap, okay? It's good.
Christianity.
Christianity. I don't hear anything.
All right.
Play that fucking music.
You should hear something. I do actually play stuff. It's rather
Yes,
quiet though.
I hear stuff.
I have to turn it up
I'm
all
not
the
sure.
way.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys have set your audio settings, so
It sounds fine.
I hear wind chimes.
it's
Yes.
it's not the standard audio level.
Standard audio level is way too high. I always have to turn it down.
Well, that's not my problem.
It's creeping me out, honestly. I hear like soft little murmuring.
This is wonderful breakfast music. Okay. So
I feel like people are whispering in my ear, and it's
So
People
making
gotta
me
eat. The tavern is full.
uncomfortable.
Cephas is leading the group down to
I
the
follow
tavern.
small bird.
Is it busy?
It's moderately busy. There are a few people here enjoying breakfast, but it's a small town. Not that many people around anyway.
Aurora's like holding her spear between her hands. Axelum, I'm sorry about pulling your hair and being afraid of you and almost piercing through your balls with my spear.
It's quite all right. I don't blame you. Not with what he did.
Do you remember everything he does?
I was basically just a prisoner in my own body, watching him do everything.
I put my spear on my back and I grab onto your hands.
Oh,
You
The soft touch.
It's
been so long.
She's got sparkles in her eyes. Well, you are free now. You are free to do whatever you like.
Sorry, hold on. I need to compose myself.
We're still thinking of
Female.
in my balls, in my balls. I did it. I win.
Please make Zephyr say that at some point.
No, fuck you.
Okay,
It's never happened.
She's already the bird.
I'm trying to figure out how to say it too. Fuck.
You granted me my freedom. I am honor bound to serve you for the rest of my life.
So you are giving yourself to Tyr?
I am giving myself to you.
Wow.
Oh.
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 Bright red as she backs away. I'm sorry, I don't believe in slavery.
Good job.
I said you are free to do whatever you like.
It is not slavery if I do it willingly.
Oh, Christ.
Wow. Big wow.
Zephys, what are they serving for breakfast?
Okay, so is the bartender at the bar? I'm still looking for fucking Zephys. Goddamn.
You flustered the
Because
opinion.
Zephys knows more about this world than I do, so I have to keep finding what the fuck he
You always
knows.
ask the DM.
I know,
My
but
lady.
the DM man might not be that gracious. So it's the guy, the bartender, the dude,
The man.
the
The
Ah,
man
Miss-
lad himself.
Aurora,
Yes.
I would like to apologize. I hope I didn't offend you
Mm.
about, wanting to sleep alone.
Her face just keeps getting redder and redder.
Found it. Okay, alright.
It's
Is the why did I write in pencil? This was a bad
I mean,
idea.
We've all just
I'm-
met, and
The owner, Kyle, is he there?
Stop interrupting.
Sorry.
we've all just met, and I don't really know much about your background, so no hard feelings.
You can continue.
I'm
Actually, yes, Kyle Bestock is there, and yes, I also did want to let Gabby talk.
Sorry, I was distracted. That's all I wanted to know.
Yes, Kyle Bestock, the owner of the tavern, is currently
Good, we're
behind the
done with me.
counter.
Continue. Zephys is approaching the bar.
Kyle is looking at the bird. Good morning.
Zephys sits down at the bar, takes a bit of getting up on the stool, but whatever. We will not describe the process of that. As he sits there, he crosses his legs, he sits there, he's, my good man, before I bring you up to speed, I would like to ask, do you perhaps have anything lemonade of the like?
Lemonade? Not really. If you are looking for citrus, they are usually planted further in the north.
You see like a big rain cloud come over Zephys for a moment, and he's just
Either that or the great plants. No, wait. What is the name? The great farms on the southern continent.
on the southern continent. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's rather far away.
Have wings, bitch.
Yeah, look, I can tell you right now, you can fly over there.
I have feet, bitch. Anyway,
You can't walk on water yet, even
He's
though
like, oh,
you're
more like
flying.
I can fly. You can't fly there. I can walk there.
can we get a round of food and breakfast
I will eat
for
him there.
me and these people?
We
If
are
you
his
mean
companions.
Yes.
rations, yes, I could give you some. After all, you did save the village.
That'd be most appreciated. We plan to head out soon.
Ah, I see.
It just occurred to me, I am the only girl in the group.
Yeah, I thought you realized that before.
You don't have Coles with you to save you now. You're the only girl.
I mean, you also have the old lady.
Excellent. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
A girl apologizes for almost piercing your balls, and you're like, I give myself to you.
Tell me.
so, where will we be heading?
Do we have an actual map with us or no?
I did send
Oh,
you.
I did. I have it. I have it. That's right. Zephys has
Yeah, I
it.
think you
See, I
asked
told-
for one.
See, I told you. I'm retarded. Zephys is not. Okay. I'm a good man.
feel the pain of
And
being a
Zephys is
player
gonna
and
pull
not
out
a
the
DM.
map and put it down between them and the bartender. He says, I would like some advice, knowing where to travel north, if you are familiar with the roads going up there.
It's been some time since I traveled there, but sure.
He gestures to the crossroads, as he and he says, there seems to be two different paths leading to the crossroads there. Could you tell me which path would be more favorable to take?
Give me. Oh my God, Photoshop! What are you?
He's pulling up the map too.
Of course. Do you think I have it all in my head?
No,
It's a
I
fucking
don't.
giant.
Yeah, see it. I don't have it either.
Oh, you mean the two paths past the mountain range here?
Correct.
Well, last time I visited, the one along the coast would would take you longer to get to the next town. I think a day of travel. However, it would lead you closer to one of the capital city, or one of the major cities in that area.
Which one would that be?
Well, if you follow the way along the coast, you would come to the city of Custom, and after that, you would be rather close to either Crown's Gate or the Crossroads.
So we have two paths before us. We take the inlands, and we take the coast. Which have you heard tale of having more treacherous roads?
Well, both lead past the mountains, so you would have to deal with the critters there. One, the inland route does also lead past the forests there, though, so you might also have trouble with the creatures that dwell in there.
Aurora looks down at her hooves. Mountains?
They're not that steep. The road leads around the mountains. However, well, some of the inhabitants of the mountains do tend to come down, especially if they do notice travelers.
Can I? What do I have to roll to see if Aurora knows of any creatures that might be lurking around the mountains?
I'd say nature.
Nature. Nature.
You just forgot to put the music on repeat.
Thank you for telling me.
You forgot to put the music.
Oh my wamo.
He doesn't know
There
much.
you go.
Thank you.
She doesn't know much about mountain creatures.
Can I
That-
roll to see if Zephys might know what the fuck we're getting ourselves into?
I mean, I can tell Aurora what she knows, and then you can roll.
Okay.
What you know is that the mountains often inhabit more of the larger creatures, those that grow large in seclusion.
I just
Some
heard a
of
gunshot
those.
in the music.
No,
I just heard
that was a box or something,
Okay.
or a tankard. Uh,
Guys, we're
You
gonna
also know-
to Charlotte down.
you could also, in the mountains, you can also find usually goblins, orcs, those kind of creatures.
If we go into the mountains, it might be likely that we'd find orcs or goblins or big creatures.
Can we
Well,
roll to see
those
what
are-
we'd find on the coast?
Sure.
Okay.
Show me if you're part seagull.
Show me
I'm
what you
probably not.
got.
I'm probably
I
fucking not.
only
No.
really know about things.
I
in
hate the ocean.
flatlands.
I hate the ocean.
I hate the
I
ocean.
mean, you know that there are big fish in the water.
Yeah, no, that's scary. I think taking
Who
the
would
inner,
swallow Zephyrus?
taking the inland path would likely be a better option. You said it is faster, correct?
It would be faster to get to the next city, which on that route would be Walder.
Hmm.
And from there, it's also just a short travel to the crossroads. However, yes, he points on the map. As you can see here, the way splits. So in the mountains, there you would have to actually take a left turn, or you would face a longer travel to the crossroads.
Okay. Do you know the state of Walter? Or Kirsten, for that matter? What kind of towns are
Yes.
they?
Well, Custon is a coastal town. There's lots of fishing, a bigger port. It's a trading place, basically. And Walder lives usually off, well, they sell the wood from the. That's most of what I know. I-
Forest.
I haven't heard. I haven't heard of any trouble up there, but we have also been rather secluded from the world for the last couple of months.
Or spins her spear. If there is trouble, we'll deal with it.
That's the spirit. So
I'm sure you will.
Zephyrus kind of scoots around in his on the stool as he faces all of you. He says, "Are we all in agreement? Are we all in agreement to head into the inlands then?"
I don't see why not.
Lion not.
I will follow you.
I will go where my lady goes.
You see her tail just kind of like bristle up and then relax.
Excellent.
Yes.
Zephyrus is gonna turn to blah 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 blah. Kyle, and we'll be taking those gracious offering of rations, if you will.
Oh, of course. Let me just get them. He heads into a back room, but comes out very quickly again. And he has a basket of rations for everyone.
My fanfiction.
So we all get one day rations.
You get all 3-day rations.
Also,
Won't go hungry.
Dab.
To be fair, though, this is the DM talking. I will not be paying that much attention to
same. I
your
don't do it
ration.
too. I don't do it too. I was just asking for breakfast.
Like,
That's
What?
why.
Just to get more into the RP.
Yeah, if you want to RP with rations and stuff, there you have it.
I like when we sit down and eat together.
Sold himself to yet another demon.
Lion was about to tell you just came out of a prison. Don't get into another one.
But this prison is warm and welcoming.
Is it? Is it?
You feel,
So
feel the holy touch of God.
I might be able to have sex with this prison.
I'm assuming they'll have breakfast at the tavern.
Oh,
Those-
nom.
Those that choose to, sure.
Cool.
And it's
Yeah, we
free
already recorded.
breakfast.
I know, that's
Mm.
It's like those fancy hotels that offer free breakfast. Gabby, it's like the hotel we were at.
Holy shit, you have actually hotels with free breakfast?
Yes.
Yes. It
Holy
was good
fuck.
breakfast
Oh my
too,
god, the
not
bacon
like
was
a
so fucking good. Anyway,
mini
off subject, off
box of
subject,
cereal.
off subject.
So
Okay.
I take my breakfast. And I'm going to stand and eat because no stool can withstand the weight of my horse body.
Horse body.
Horse body.
Yummy, yummy.
And at that moment, you're being approached by the lovely Arno Paslov, who also came down now. Grabs himself some food, sits next to you. So, I guess you move upwards to the north?
Yes.
Will you be following us?
No, I will move to the capital of the south. We have an enclave there, and I need to report to my superiors.
Well, I wish you luck.
However, I do want to give you a warning. That necklace you took from the orc, I would advise you to quickly find someone who could take a look at it.
Who has the necklace?
I have it. Aurora has it. It's in my bag.
I still feel the presence, even now, and it felt like the presence that man in the white robe had.
The man with many hands.
Yes.
I don't like him.
No. Regarding that person, I will also do my own investigations. If I find something, I will find a way to contact you.
Thank you. Any help we can get is always appreciated.
It's not so much about help, but keeping you alive.
That's also good.
Aurora, a moment.
Yes.
May I see the necklace?
She just fucking flies out with the necklace. Why?
Looks hesitant, but hands it over like it's like second nature for just here.
Okay, is there anything on the amulet that's noteworthy? Anything at all?
Roll me.
Tell me how this
Wait,
juicy
your
thing
kids.
works.
It's probably arcane.
Well, this juicy thing is a hand, a fist made of sapphire, and where the fist like clenches, there are red shards of ruby, like dripping blood.
It's like a bleeding hand.
The man of hands.
Do you suppose his followers wear these for powers?
I do not know, but it is a possibility. I do feel. Look, I'm working with what I got from Roll20.
Yes, don't worry.
Wait, what was I?
I was talking about his followers wearing it for power.
I. But well, as I said, I do feel a strange power coming from it. So who knows what it could do?
Can I see if I know what it is?
You can roll Arcana.
Awesome. So if This roll higher than a fucking 7.
I rolled
We'll see.
Arcana.
Fucking brilliant.
Power.
You, even though you have no clue what it is, you can feel a pulsating, like a power pulsating from it.
Yeah, that happened to me when I tried to roll to figure out what it was.
Like you actually physically feel the energy pulsating through you, coming from this amulet. It's a slow and steady pulse. Every couple seconds.
It's not a heartbeat.
It's not a heartbeat.
Okay.
Hmm. We should probably keep it out of plain view.
Of course.
I don't know much about this magic stuff, but I
I'm
would
afraid to
advise
put it in my
against.
bag of holding.
I would advise against wearing it in case it's dangerous.
What'd you say?
I don't know much about this magic stuff, but I would advise against wearing it in case it's dangerous.
That's wise.
Roar's slowly reaching back for it. Like, do you want me to hold it?
He's giving you a confused look. Like, why do you want it so badly?
You just asked for it.
If it's dangerous, I don't want you holding on to it.
I've
She's,
heard
like,
much
looking
worse things than a simple
concerned.
amulet.
But what if you wear it and you explode into nothing but a pile of feathers?
He looks offended.
We don't have everyone with us.
I believe I would be an absolute idiot to put it on me after witnessing what it's already done.
I mean, all
Rest
it
assured, your
did was
paranoia is unfounded.
She looks sad. You hurt her feelings. I know that's what I was singing.
maybe it turns you into a nasty orc if you wear it too long.
Who knows?
You want to be covered in shit in a fire.
Well,
If you
If-
are going to hold on to it, please be careful.
I believe I have a good enough place to hide it. And I'm gonna put it in my bag of holding. Fuck it.
you put it in there, nothing noteworthy happens.
Okay, good. It's
However-
not. It's not game changing. Fuck yeah.
However, you do feel that the pulse has become much, much weaker. You can barely feel it anymore.
Good.
But it is still there, despite the nature of the back of holding.
I am very satisfied.
That's very concerning.
Arno,
Yes.
perhaps. Do you know of a blacksmith in the town, or perhaps in the neighboring area?
The next proper blacksmith, I think, would be either in the south in Strandstedt, or to the north in either Großstadt or in the Northern Empire. Though I did overhear that you wanted to go there anyway.
Where the fuck is Kristen?
I gave you a map.
I'm looking. Kristen.
Okay. Großstadt is to the west, south of the Great Cliff.
Okay.
Above Corona, it should be.
Okay. Found it. All right. And what was the other location?
Strandstedt, to the south.
Fuck. All right. You know of no other blacksmiths in no other towns, especially in Walder or Kusten.
Oh, that's what I meant. In the north, they definitely have good smiths.
Then we will
They have
to
their
rely on your
legions
knowledge.
there, and well, as I said, they do have their legions there, and every legion outpost has a blacksmith, several even.
I'm frightfully new to this land, my good man, but you mentioned Legion outposts. What does that pertain to?
Oh, right, you're very new. Let me quickly try to explain. The continent, as you see it on the map, is mostly parted into 4 sections. The northwest is, well, ruled by a rather dystopian kind of nation, I'd call them. They're far from any law. Some even call it pure anarchy.
Her gasp.
I know, I heard it. I fucking.
Law. How is justice to be performed?
That is what we try to figure out as well.
In the other sections.
However, well, in the southwest and center, you will find the now known as Badlands. You can go there. They are livable, though. They're filled with orcs and worse. Right now, we find ourselves in the southeast. It is a rather small kingdom, ruled over from Korinar. Not the richest region, but it does hold its ground. And in the northeast, we have the big empire. They hold most of the power over the continent. They control the entire trade with the west, and they have a sizable army. Legions, to be precise.
Does this empire perhaps have a name?
Not really, no. They do call themselves the Empire of Astor, though. Quite pretentious.
So many places to visit and spread the word of Tyr.
By the way, the continent's name is Astor, just to remind.
Can you break it? Shit, my voice. Can you break it down?
Yeah, put
Yes.
it in D&D chat. Or not G&G chat. Should put it in. There we go.
Okay.
I don't like long names. Unless it's for a village.
Okie dokie. Do they perhaps have any particular worship up there in the north?
Well, the most prominent worshipping there is the organization that I am from, the White Flame. However, praying to any god is usually allowed there. You're not gonna get arrested for your own belief.
Are there any places where you would get arrested for your beliefs?
Well, in the West, they might cut your throat if they don't like your god.
I'd like to see them try.
No, they might.
Have you, my good man, heard of Akadi?
Akadi. Is she a goddess of the wind?
He smiles and he says, yes, she is. I am on a pilgrimage here looking for her last temple here in these lands. Perhaps you could aid me. Do you perhaps know where it might be?
I honestly have no idea. We do keep track of the emerging religions here in this land, though I have never heard of an actual temple for Akadi. Well, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. You might find something in one of the bigger cities.
It does
Those
exist. And I will find it. Thank you for your words. He hops off the stool.
Well, I wish you luck on your search.
Oh, goodbye. She does like little finger wiggles.
Are you all leaving him just sitting there?
No, we're doing something on the side of the chat while you guys were talking.
Eidolon going to the store real quick.
Okay, what do you want to buy?
If he fucking comes back with a bouquet of flowers or some shit.
I need an interaction with the store owner.
Oh god.
Oh dear God.
Can we go
Okay.
voice?
Yeah, Pip and Gale both are there.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's you. Yes.
I must apologize for my previous actions. I wasn't quite in control of myself.
Well, this is all over my head, to be fair. Though you did help save the city, so let's just say we're gonna forget about it for now.
Thank you.
Well, we'll have an eye on you.
I was looking to buy something. You see, I'm devoting my life to, and I would like to give her a gift to show my devotion.
He gives you a confused stare, but Pip actually has something. Oh, I know something. You could actually buy one of our flower pots. I mean, we don't have any flowers, but you could pick some from the paths. Pip, that's not really a good present. What is the best we have for him?
I was thinking maybe more something like a very nice weapon.
Well, we do have.
What does she use? A spear?
Let me see. Proficiencies. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, she can use any weapon. Simple.
He doesn't.
Martial.
He doesn't know that though. He only knows
Yeah.
to use hats.
She has she she has a spear and 5 javelins strapped to her back.
She seems to like spears and javelins.
Oh well,
Hokey stick.
we do have spears, but nothing really of particular interest.
Do you have any nice looking weapon?
We do have a couple great swords. Some of which are of origin that. Never mind.
Show me
However-
your finest great sword.
He gives you a very how do you say that? You know when someone doesn't think that you even have nearly enough money to buy something?
We need to do these sessions now with face cams because I just face palmed like 4 fucking times in the last game.
You should see the smile on my face. Finally, someone's pursuing my character.
Oh,
Now you know what it
well,
feels like.
I can tell you right now that
Now
this
you know
great
my
sword-
pain.
I fucking love this.
This great set would run you about 3,000 gold.
Oh, okay, perhaps your second finest great sword.
2,000?
Perhaps your fourth finest great sword.
Ah, I see, the 1,000 gold version. Look, if you
How about the fifth?
Give him your budget.
at this point he just gives you a very amused look.
Okay, I'll take the fourth finest great sword for 1,000 gold.
What the fuck? You have 1,000 gold?
Wait,
I have a lot of gold.
the 1,000 gold version?
Yes.
Okay, the 4 finest. That's a great sword +1.
Oh Jesus!
No, they're not cheap. They have to make money somehow.
Jesus! Wait. Do you perhaps think I could get a bit of a discount
Look, I'm already giving you a discount for helping to save the village. Or rather, I am not actually making you pay more than it's worth.
Let's see.
Shit. Okay. I forgot I still had this. Okay, okay. What if I throw in this ring?
Which ring was that?
It's a signet ring of an imaginary duke.
Fuck.
That that fucking Bartholomew already tried to sell on them.
Shit.
The Duke of Bromwich.
God!
Thanks for that. Thanks for that information. I almost forgot that happened.
The Duke of Bromwich.
Oh, I see. The famous Ring of Bromwich, or whatever you called it.
You
No,
mean
thank you.
Teddy's
It
ring of
ma-
warming?
It may not be as valuable as Bartholomew said it was, but I'm sure it has some value.
I mean, I would be able to reduce the price to, I don't know, 999 gold for you.
God damn it.
Oh.
Let's see. Is
Slip
there
the ring
anything
on Aurora's
useful in
finger.
here? Let's see. Would they like rations? Do they want some extra rations?
The DM speaking, no.
Oh gosh, I don't have anything else I can try and bribe the price down with.
Maybe you could
We'll
get
be
something
forked
else.
together.
All right, fine. 999 gold.
Holy shit, you're actually doing that. Okay.
Oh my god.
You lose the ring and you get a great sword +1 for 999 gold.
Welcome,
I-
Russia.
I say, as Teddy was done the same fucking thing.
Well, I hope the person you're trying to impress will be rude by this. I mean, honestly, if I were you, I would have gone with the flower pot and picking flowers, but
I owe her my life. I must honor her with an excellent weapon.
if you say so.
Watch him come back in 20 minutes, which he didn't like it.
Thank you. for
Is it
this
non-refundable?
sword.
Sorry, we don't take. Sorry, we
What?
don't do refunds on magic weapons.
What a fucking asshole.
You would have had to buy the extra warranty for another 500 gold.
He's gonna head back.
Okay.
Fucking broke as shit now.
You're gonna be waiting outside the inn for you.
So you did leave Arno just sitting there, also good.
I said,
does-
I
Fucking
I
you said
say
he wasn't coming with us, so what the fuck ever, man. Fuck him.
I say bye to him.
Wow.
Bye.
Wow, okay, I see.
Good luck on your journey.
Good luck on yours too. Stay alive. And keep to the roads.
May Tyr protect and guide you.
May the sacred flame envelop you in its warm embrace.
He smiles. Tyr's better. I guess while we wait, I'm gonna strum a little tune on my lyre. So I don't know if am I proficient with this? Yes, I am.
This is so sad. Aurora, play Despacito.
I'll strum Despacito.
Oh no! No!
She did it. She actually did it.
Just fucking shredding it. Despacito.
Despacito.
No.
You got a perfect score on Guitar Hero.
Nice.
You are wrecking
A
everyone.
crowd is slowly forming as I'm just fucking around.
Well, some of the villagers do look out their windows to see who's playing that music. Then they're nodding along. They're entertained.
Lion is crossing his arm and he looks dead in the face, but he's tapping his foot.
Like music, my weakness. Brings fire to his soul.
Zephyrus just looks impatient.
And I do think at that point we can have excellent return. It's not that big of a town.
She's just playing and humming along, looking like a goddess from far.
Lady Aurora.
I play a bad note.
He's gonna run up to her, kneel in front of her, holding up the sword.
Oh
As
no,
a
it's like that
sign of
one
my
meme.
as a sign of my devotion to you, I present to you this great sword.
She's hugging her leer.
Zephyrus is walking away.
Please, please
Is
take
this-
it.
Is this a normal custom from where you're from?
She saved my life, so I must give her my life.
You really don't have
I
to.
must serve her until my life debt is repaid.
She puts a hand on your shoulder. I understand how you feel. I dedicated my life to Tyr the same way.
Zephyrus is walking faster.
She gently takes the sword. I will use it. Thank you.
Thank you, my lady.
She pats you on the head. It looks a little uncomfortable, but she's grateful. I'm gonna strap it to my side. Now I have a great sword. Fucking sweet.
A great sword
Sword
plus
plus
one.
one.
That's really good.
Great sword. Plus one.
Hi, Oliver.
It's a two-handed weapon. Nice. 2d6. Damn.
2d6 plus 1.
2d6. Because it's a plus one and then the strength modifier.
Yeah, you get a +1 to bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Damn. So I can do plus 8. And 2d6 plus 6 damage now.
Yeah.
Nice. God damn.
Yeah.
Aurora.
Also, I know this is kind of in the middle of the of the session. However, you did quite a lot in the last 2 sessions, so I thought to myself, hey, what if we give them like another level?
Oh shit.
Honestly, I didn't expect you guys to do the whole exorcism, so I thought to myself, hey, let's give them some more XP for that.
Awesome.
shit.
Right.
How much XP?
You get to level 4 with exactly the XP needed.
So you're just gonna do milestone. That's probably the best thing to say.
For a
In
mix.
this, I'm not gonna promise that it's only gonna be milestones. Don't rely on that. But for the purpose of these sessions and what happened, it feels appropriate.
Yeah. You don't have to reward your XP just for combat.
I mean, I will definitely reward you for combat. Like, you will get XP for that and stuff. Don't worry.
Ability score improvement?
I tried to speak, but my voice got caught in my throat. Ooh, nice.
I mean, if you do take,
Good girl.
well, yeah, I'm gonna let you do that real quick if you want.
Yeah, I'm doing it in the background. Don't mind me.
I mean, I do think all of you are proficient enough that it doesn't take too long. Please don't prove me wrong. Please don't prove me wrong. I would feel so bad.
I'm having a
agree.
brain fart right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always ask something. I will try.
I just didn't expect we have to do this to middle of the session.
Yeah,
Ooh, I could.
I just know that I would have probably forgotten it later.
Okay.
Honestly, I can't wait until I can do these at least once per week.
10 plus
Next year or
6
so.
plus 3. That's 9. So
See,
40
let's
hit
see.
points.
Oh my fucking god.
Jesus.
Bro, that's my HP.
No.
Bro.
Wait, what? What happened?
I rolled for my HP.
No.
What is Finn? What is Finn when you did it? Oh, that was my goddamn HP. Fuck.
Oh,
I
no.
guess Lion skipped leg day.
It's okay. You're okay.
Okay, time to roll.
That's the risk you subject yourself to.
Well, we're together. Lion, brothers forever.
Wow.
God damn.
And that means I get one more spell I can prepare.
Nice.
Do, 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 do. Boom.
Wait, since when can you drag around the dice roll stuff? What does that even do?
What?
You can drag around, like, if you click on a dice roll in the chat, on the, for
What the
example,
fuck? What
on
the
the,
fuck?
yeah, you can, I don't even know where you can drag them. Like, what does that do? What the fuck?
Ability
weird.
score improvement is just like 2 points to anything you want, right?
Oh, wait,
Oh.
wait, I just placed them on the
Shit.
map. You can place them on the map. What the
What
fuck?
the fuck?
Oh, I think for initiative and stuff, you can use this. Maybe.
Mm.
Holy fuck, I found something out. I'm so proud of myself.
So smart. So smart.
Just to be sure, because I want to do it quickly. Ability score improvement is just 2 points to whatever, right?
Yes, you can either choose 2 skills to improve by 1 or 1 skill to improve by 2, but not higher than 20.
Or choose a
Okay.
feat instead.
Yeah.
Or you choose a feat instead, yes.
Guys, I'm gonna be able to talk my way out of anything. It's okay.
Oh, you took the diplomat feat.
No. My
What?
charisma is +4, so.
Oh dear god. Oh no.
And guess what my saving throw is? Charisma.
Honestly, I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't even know where charisma saving throws are being used really.
I wouldn't know either. Maybe if someone's like trying to kill us, I could do a charisma saving throw to quickly change their mind.
I would still use intimidation, persuasion, or deception for that, so
Yeah.
I will Google that later. There has to be some kind of use case for that, right? They wouldn't just
Yeah.
put something stupid in there
intelligence.
like.
Fucking
Yeah.
when will we ever use intelligence to save your life?
I mean, since D&D does stand for dumb luck and dungeons, I don't think you ever will use intelligence.
Which is sad because Teddy's a proficient in intelligent saving throws.
If I put points in Constitution, what do I have to do?
Sorry, what?
Your level 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And your constitution is gonna go up by 1, right?
Yeah. If I do
Then
it,
you
that's
add
my math.
4 extra hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, HP goes up. Okay, well, I'm done leveling up. Everyone else?
I think I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, this took just a couple minutes. Good to know.
39 HP.
Or if you are already, that is. Liz?
I think I am. Just 1 second. Sure.
Should be your HP, whatever extra proficiencies you get. Well, not proficiencies, like spells or whatever. If you have prepared spells, you get one more because you're level 1 up.
I don't have spells. I'm a rogue.
To be fair, you could have been an arcane trickster.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Nice.
Actually, I'm kind of curious, Liz, at what archetype did you choose?
I believe I chose thief.
Oh, right, yes. The Furbolg thief, right.
Sneaky boy. He went
Great
from
weapon
master man
master.
to sneaky boy.
Yeah, I'm a thief because I have second story.
Yeah.
I ship it.
You know what's nice? Having a dexterity modifier.
I know, right?
Haha.
I put my points in Constitution because I need the HP, but that also gets me something else, though.
I
The only
have
bad
plus
thing
0
about-
dex. I have plus 0 dexterity and I already feel so much better.
I have a -1 wisdom.
What do you think how I feel with Finn? Feels great, man.
I forgot that I got really good rolls for Eidolon.
all my stuff is +3, +4, and then the 1 -1 and the 1 +1.
I didn't get any roll below 13.
Wow.
Nice.
I can vouch for that. He did show.
Strong. 6 more days before I can use my horn again.
Woo.
We should get going.
Yes. Zephys is already walking off without us. Can we catch up with him?
Yeah, I'm walking away.
Wow.
My lady, do you have anything you'd like me to carry?
No, I'm.
You think with a backboard.
Since you're not all creepy anymore, you can. She's not sure how to word this. You may mount me if you let. No. If you ever
No,
get tired, you can.
I couldn't.
Lion starts walking.
Saving me from that wretch was more than enough. I couldn't.
She just shrugs. All right. Starts walking. Clippity clop. She's got one of her hands on the hilt of the sword though.
He marches at her side.
She keeps glancing at you. Like keeps walking. Like this is new.
Alright, so you're moving northwards.
Yes.
Am I correct?
The bird.
Yeah.
Under the bird.
Bad land, a crazy bird, though.
War behind Bird Boy.
Alright.
Like the way his feet move.
Happy little tappy feet.
Do you think when he finds bread he does a little happy tappy?
Talking about that little blech.
God
Okay,
damn it.
take it.
He snore.
I'll figure that out later. I still haven't figured anything out. So, okay.
He
Okay.
Talk to me into sleep again.
Okay, traveling northward.
We're here, yeah.
How? Yes.
Well, Zephyrus is gonna lead the way, and we're gonna completely ignore the road to the coast, and we're gonna start heading towards the road to Walder.
All right.
Kinda-
As you can see on the map, there is. Well, no. For now, you're traveling along the coast towards the first small crossing where the path splits. And let me do a little DM roll. Don't worry too much.
What you mean? What you mean? Don't worry too much.
Ah, okay, okay. So,
I want to roll perception.
you may.
Keep an eye out. Oh yeah, that's right. Perception's wisdom. You have a -1.
They're not very.
You have a -1 on perception?
She's got
Okay. As you guys walk along the coast, you see water. Quite a lot of it, actually. Like enough,
Nice.
enough to fill an ocean.
I'm walking on the other side of the road.
You also
I'm
see,
going to roll perception.
You also see seagulls and sand and grass and a road. Yes, but you are blessed with the gift of sight.
Hey!
Oh, damn!
Yes, you are.
Well-
Yes, I am.
Your sharp eyes, while spying ahead for your lady, of course, do find that you do see shapes in the water further into the ocean. They're hard to make out, but after some time, you're very sure that they are shipwrecks. Lots and lots of shipwrecks, an underwater forest of masts.
It looks like this bay isn't very nice to ships. There's tons of shipwrecks out there.
And just as you say that, you see that the water between the shipwrecks is moving. You don't see much, but there is certainly movement in the water that doesn't look like a normal wave.
I think something's moving.
Perhaps we should head off the road,
Father
away
Neil.
from the coast.
Probably. I wouldn't want to meet whatever sunk all those ships.
You don't suppose it could be sirens? Do you?
I can tell you this right now, based on the size of the movement that you see and the distance that you see it at, it's certainly not sirens.
No, no.
if
I
we
don't think
can-
it's sirens.
If he can see it from here, it's not good. Zephyrus is moving along faster.
I'll walk between Bird Boy and the coast.
He looks at you very gratefully.
The movement doesn't seem to come close to you. It doesn't seem to move towards you. It just sometimes appears between the shipwrecks.
Well, at least doesn't seem interested in us.
Do not worry, I won't let it hurt you if it comes for us.
She's like gripping onto the sword. Though it did hurt others.
Okay, I have a serious question. No, wait. No, actually, I'm gonna save that for later, for after the session. Okay. So the path is still quite long that you have to walk. So I'll say Do you want to do specific things each day, or do we want to make this travel a little bit faster?
We're not doing anything special except for talking, maybe a bit.
Yeah.
Well, then talk as you may like, and if you want to actually arrive, sure.
Bar followed us all the way.
give me travel music.
Please.
No,
Aurora.
you're not gonna get any.
Okay.
It is some kind of sea monster. It wouldn't be the first time I've had to slay something like that. That's how I got the horn.
Give me just a second.
Gav, did you move away from the mic?
Yeah.
Oh, I had it pointed up.
There we go.
No.
Because I went to go pat Harry so he'd stop trying to talk to me. Now he's just snoring regularly.
Harry, shut up.
Usually if I give him a
Wrong.
little kiss, he hushes, but
Oh.
I don't want to risk waking him up. Nice. I was making Aurora say, if it is a sea monster, it isn't the first time I've had to slay something like that. And then she smiled. She's like, "How else do you think I got the horn?"
That is mildly terrifying.
Vikings are very generous. Once you get on their good sides.
So yeah, if you want to arrive in Walder, or if you want to arrive at the next checkpoint, that is, just tell me.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Let me just do one more quick roll since, well, just let me do one.
Was that roll to see if the sea creature saw us and would attack us?
I'm not going to tell you what this roll does. Okay, never mind.
Everyone bandits and they just lost interest.
You reach the next bigger while saying crossroads is now a little bit weird. The next section where the path splits, and you follow the path upwards in the direction of Walder. And as you move along the road, in the distance, you actually see the great cliff coming closer and closer.
Zephyrus
At
has
least-
to struggle to keep up with your guys' stupid long legs.
How much
Put
time
him
has
on my
passed?
back.
I would say by now, about 1.5 days have passed.
Okay.
I pick Zephyrus up and I put him on my back.
Okay, when you pick him up, you just do not touch me, please.
She still puts him on her back.
Wow,
faced.
Unconsensual bird picking.
Like he doesn't approve of it, but he's not gonna complain about it either.
All right.
Look.
So what's the scenery look like?
Well, around here is rather flat land. Some of it even more akin to marshes. Or, well, swamps, even. It's all very wet, like wetlands. No fields, no agriculture at all, really. Not even big forests, though you do think that you can see a darker shade of green in the northwest. And, as I said, in the northwest you can also see the great cliffs coming closer and closer.
Thankfully, we're avoiding those.
I'm not a fan of climbing.
Now we're gonna proceed?
Yes.
Okay. As you finally, late in the evening, arrive at the start of the Great Cliff, you also start to see another something else. A long gray wall spanning from the start of the Great Cliffs all the way to the east out of your sight.
Wonder-
Imagine it like the big Hadrian's Wall that used to be in Great Britain.
There's no discernible gate in front of us.
There is, as you come closer and closer, you start to see that there is a kind of gate built into the wall, but it is very flush. The only way you can tell it is because you're already so close, like let's say a couple 100 meters away by now, that you can see the contours of the how do you call it? Like the framing made of worked stone.
Is anyone guarding the gate?
Yes, there are a couple guards, and they are all in uniform.
Zephyrus makes an annoyed noise.
And the gate is closed.
I'm gonna hop off of Aurora's back and kind of jog to get ahead of everybody. And I would like to call out loudly, "Good morning."
Good morning, citizen.
You see Zephyrus' face twitch. He just smooths out though. He says, "We're looking for passage here from Torstead to Walder. Is this path open?"
From Torstead, you say? Last thing you heard, the town was overrun by orcs. You're already sending
Dealt
out
with that
troops.
problem.
Excuse me? You
Apolo-
did?
Apologies. We are travelers who've just came across the sea. We landed in Torstead and had a bit of a welcome to the friendly orc problem, as you put it. We helped the town. The town fought very bravely. They did it all themselves, actually.
We only cut the head of the snake.
Darian! Yes, sir. Darian, go to the commander and tell him to send a corps to Torstead right now. All right. For now, I'm gonna take your word that you aren't any kind of brigands. Mostly because you seem to not wear tattered clothes or come right of the woods. However, I would like to go, all of you, to head into the side chamber there in the wall. And as he says, that part of the wall sinks into the wall, slides to the side, and reveals a formerly not visible entrance
I don't.
that was flush in the wall.
Aurora's ears are pointed forward. Like, whoa.
The entrance, by the way, that opened is large enough. Like, it's not some sneaky side entrance. It's half as tall as the gate and itself about... let me try to get this in feet. Give me a second. It's about 24 feet in width and 16 feet in height, the entrance that opened. And inside you can see clearly see torches lit, so it's not dark either. And there are guards inside. Just, yeah.
My good man, when you mentioned you would be sending a corps to Torstead, what will become of the citizens?
Well, the corps is mostly there to clean up the orcs and goblins if what you said is true. If not, and you lied, they will try to evacuate the citizens and deal with the problem and tell us that you lied to us. Which
For you,
will
that we are
cause
not
us to...
liars.
Well, I hope for you that is true. However, I would still ask you to go into the side room and have my comrades search you.
Justice centers.
Sorry, what?
Justice centers.
Oh, what if they find the amulet?
Zephyrus walks in.
I mean, it's in the bag of holding. It's kind of like hard to actually see it.
Yeah, you're just gonna be reaching for a while.
I
like,
mean, You can just
He's gonna feel the
you
pulse.
can just pull out everything from the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everything is in, is the bag of holding, so.
Well, do you follow their command? Are you going in, or?
Zephys goes
I'm
in.
trying to think of a way to persuade them to not search this.
If you come up with something quick enough, sure. Otherwise, I would ask you to head in there or turn around. That was the DM and the soldier speaking.
I want an insight check.
Sure.
We are rather new to this area, so I
Oh.
don't see how we would be a threat.
Oh, don't worry. You're not considered a threat. This is simply protocol.
Well,
You can tell that it is probably protocol.
Are you guys
Like,
coming?
It's a border security check.
I walk inside.
well, I am one to obey the law. She walks in.
Eidolon follows close behind.
Inside, the guards, they search your luggage, they search through your equipment. As they find the amulet, they're giving it a weird look. Nothing, like they don't seem to recognize it, but they also don't seem to be alarmed by it.
Bless.
Do you know anything about this amulet?
No. No.
Thank you, Justice.
We are simply soldiers. We don't know stuff like this. I mean, you should, if you don't know what it is yourself, maybe you want to get rid of it. It might be dangerous, however.
It's
Otherwise,
important to us in finding a certain man. The head of the snake that Aurora, our good friend here, was talking of, was a man with a cloak of hands. Does that perhaps ring a bell to any of you?
A cloak of hands. Hey, Darian, before you leave, wasn't there,
Darian.
didn't you go to Saren last month? What was that one thing you told us about? Oh, you mean the Mages Guild? Yeah. Well, it was a congregation of mages. Yes, you told us about that one person. That one in armor with the blue fist on his shield. Yes, that one. I have never seen a mage like that, to be honest. Like a mage in armor. At least I think he was a mage since he was with the other mages, but I'm gonna head out. That's really all I know. Fine. Yep. Leave. Well, it was worth a try, but...
A mage in armor from the Mages Guild.
Well, that's his word.
Where can we find this Mages Guild?
Oh, it's in Saren, the capital of the Empire. If you follow the road to Walder and the crossroads and head further north, you should find it really easily. It's right in the center of the Great Forest.
Thank you, good man.
You're doing great,
Slap
Snoopy.
something.
I
just kinda slapped the
I
wall,
was
like,
so happy. I channeled the Zephyr's and I clapped. I was so happy.
Slap something.
Fucking
Slapstick
clapped his
art, thank
ass.
you.
There we go. All right.
Darian salutes and finally heads out of the room through another wall that wasn't visible before.
Being easy.
That's what it's supposed to do. Well, usually in other times I would have confiscated that amulet. However, recently everything seems to be rather calm, so do go in. But I would recommend you to at least seek someone in Walder, if possible.
That
Maybe
was
you
our-
have luck and find someone there.
That was our objective to begin with. We're hoping to apprehend this man as quickly as possible. More
And
of...
bring him to
and
justice.
he smiles and he says personal reasons.
He gives you a stern look. Well, I hope you're not gonna cause any trouble in the Empire.
Oh no. That is the last of my concerns. I wish to save it from trouble.
If you say so. Alright, alright. We'll pass you through. And behind him, another large part of the wall opens. And through it, you can actually see all the way through the wall and on the entrance on the other side. And he winks you through,
Zephyrus goes through.
or waves you through, I think is the correct term.
I follow.
Wink!
Wink. Her blinks. What?
Exelim's constantly staying close to Aurora as close as he can.
Be careful not to bump into me. If I startle, I might kick you again.
Of course not.
Be careful, he might like it.
Listen.
That was Bartholomew.
Just imagine.
Bartholomew
Oh, no,
is the
he's been
one
in
that
my body
jizzed
for so
Exelim's
long.
pants.
Are you sure there haven't been any after effects?
You wanna find out?
Roll a wisdom saving throw not to get a boner.
No, no.
Zephyrus
Okay,
is walking faster.
moving on. Yes. The DM is also moving faster. You head out of the other end of the wall, and what you see on the other end is exactly the same as on the other side. It's a flush gray wall, and you barely are able to make out the frame of the main gate, which seems to be closed at all times right now. It doesn't seem to have been moved at all. What? Do you continue, or?
Yes, we're continuing to Walder.
Alright, let me see. Oh, we're good in the time. That's nice.
You said there was something up with the wall?
No, the wall just seems like the wall is complete flush. It's a long gray, well, wall. Like there are no towers, there are no big gate constructions. It just seems to be one straight gray line, more or less straight, but you know.
I wonder how they protect themselves. I mean, someone could easily scale it. She continues walking.
As we leave the gates, I'm gonna roll perception to make sure that we are leaving them behind.
Okay.
And that we're not being followed at all. Well, I mean, we're following each other. That's a good thing.
Zephyrus looks back. Oh shit, I'm being followed. Oh wait, we're friends?
Actually, that does suffice for some information I can give you, which might flow into what Aurora was thinking about. Zephyrus, you can actually see on the wall there are soldiers patrolling. Like it does have, fuck, how do you call them? Where you hide behind on a wall.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the word.
Fuck.
for it.
I looked it up earlier today, but sorry, what?
The glory hole.
No. I look it up later. But yeah, you see soldiers walking on top, and as you move, you actually start noticing that there are openings in the wall, but they are how to explain this? They are always angled very flatly, so you can only see them from a certain angle. However, they do seem like those slits or holes that allow
For bone.
archers to shoot out of the wall onto whoever is down there.
Yeah, those are
Fucking
good.
Rubik's Cube wall.
Well, that movie's creepy.
Oh yeah, by the way, did I mention that this empire is totally just the big labyrinth from David Bowie?
Oh, yes. Him in his pants.
Okay, yeah, that's all you really noticed. You're not being followed.
Cool. I'm gonna continue on with that merrily.
And with that, we enter the empire. Ah, this is gonna be fun. All right, you make your way along the road, and the terrain is actually starting to change now. You're getting into a more, for now, small hills. In the distance, you can already see smaller mountains, and to the east, you of course see the big mountain range, which seems to be cut through by the wall. Like, it just seems to ignore it and move straight, either like following the terrain or even cutting through some of the smaller hills. Like, fuck nature, we're gonna build a wall.
We're gonna build a wall through nature.
And we're gonna make the South pay for it. No, wait. So yeah, you're following the path, and now we're in the mountains. Yay!
My home turf.
I don't.
Aurora looks uncomfortable. She's doing the thing horses do where they tap their hoof on the ground. She's like kicking rocks around.
You're also starting to get surrounded more and more by trees. They started sparsely, but now you're more in a kind of outskirts of the forest where they aren't really that close, but you're still surrounded by trees.
Zephyrus is gonna turn to Aurora. You don't need to worry about these hills. They're not as steep as the ones from my homeland. They're very traversable, even by foot.
Well, that's good. Falling
lady.
to my death on a mountain would be bad.
My lady, would you like me to carry you?
Zephyrus is walking faster.
What? I'm much too heavy.
I'm sure I could carry you.
I'm 140 pounds.
I could
I'm
carry
840 pounds.
You seem discomforted on this terrain. I simply would like to assist.
Zephyrus is
Let
gonna,
him try and lift you. Let him try and lift you.
Zephyrus is gonna flutter up and like perch on Lion's shoulder, and he's gonna lean down to whisper and says, "Despite the change, I have the strongest urge to leave him at the next town."
Wow, rude.
I am also tempted, but he's very funny now. I want to see him try.
I wanna see him try!
She like is fumbling with her sword, and she's like, "Oh, you seem very eager. If you would like to try, I suppose one go will hurt. Except it might hurt your back a lot if you fail.
Tries
But
to
if
lift
you
her
break your
my
back,
one
I
more.
will heal you."
I won't fail you, my lady.
For a second, I know Seth is on my shoulder, but I stop and I turn around.
What do I gotta roll?
This looks like he doesn't want to watch this, but at the same time, sadistically does.
I mean, what do you expect? I want an athletics roll from you, man.
I'm just trying to figure out how he's gonna pick up a horse. Am I gonna like lay down?
That's-
Oh
Pick
boy,
up, like,
I
the
have
thing.
a really shitty. What is
He's
on fire?
She's just gonna like get in a sitting.
Hey!
Wow.
As you try to lift
Even
Aurora, you try and you think at some point you almost lift her up, but all you really do is crack your back.
And that is about as far as I thought your fool crusade would go. Bless you.
Oh,
He says that sarcastically.
I know
And
the problem.
I'm gonna give you disadvantage on further lifting checks
I'm
for
gonna
now.
I'm gonna go behind him
Wow.
and I want to try to
Oh no,
crack
don't
his
do
back.
that. I think I know the problem. Bartholomew never really made use of my muscles, so they've
So
kind of atrophied a little bit.
what do I have to do to crack his back in place?
I'd say roll me medicine.
Oh no.
Medicine.
Oh god.
Okay.
My
Um,
back is broken.
I look at
Realistically,
Zephys.
Zephys is not doing anything about this.
Let me just crack your back.
I look at Zephys.
He looks
I don't
back.
I
anything
don't know
about
much
medicine.
about magic, but
I'm just
if she
gonna
does this, it's gonna be
lay-
brutal.
I'm just gonna do lay on hands so I don't hurt you any further.
Oh, I'm
Zephys
kind of
looks a little disappointed.
Same.
I don't know anything about medicine, so so I
You
cast
reap what
lay
you
on
sow,
hands.
and you lie in your bed.
I
Excuse
keep
me.
hurting you. She looks so upset.
So you just cast lay on hands on him.
Yeah. How much HP? do I get back?
I don't know. I don't know all the.
That's up to you.
Well, I don't know how much HP was taken because of his back getting broke.
Oh no HP was taken.
No.
Otherwise I would have rolled that.
No. Then I guess I will do the minimum 5 HP.
Okay. I kind of expected something else.
I mean, I could
Excellent,
try
you
to
feel
get
your
back.
Excellent, you feel your back coming in place again.
Oh, that's much better.
Fret
I
not,
don't
There's
know
another
Zephys.
thing I owe to you.
Zephys calls back. He says, "Fret not. He deserves what he gets."
You owe me nothing.
I owe you everything.
Lion walk faster.
Wait for us. She trots over.
As you continue moving, I want all of you to roll perception.
Mamacita, mamacita.
Despacito.
Hey!
Ay.
Oh, damn.
The bird has the fucking high ground.
Bard is a mark.
Damn Hawkeyes.
Hell yeah. I'm on lion's shoulder. I got every bird view.
Lions
Every
use
bird
trees.
view.
Every bird view.
HD.
All the bird.
Christianity.
HD 1080p.
Christianity.
Is that Jesus the distance?
Oh,
360
shit.
no scope dab.
Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff puff, PG my balls, PG my balls.
Christianity.
Okay. Zephys, you see in the distance as it also gets dark again, or darker. I mean, it's actually you reach the wall at evening, so it's pretty much night now, like very late evening. You see the glow of a campfire in the distance.
Slow down.
And technically just as you also do.
What is it?
Ahead, it seems that there are travelers. There's a campfire far ahead. Though, it might not be friendly. And Zephys is already hopping down Lion's shoulder as he says, I will scout ahead to make sure it is alright. He looks at your hooves, Aurora, and looks back up at you dryly.
She is smiling.
Don't get spotted.
I'll try not to.
Allow me to scout with you.
He gives you a very dry look as he says, "Will you leave your lady behind?"
I trust that this strong gentleman will be able to protect her in my stead.
Zephyrus just
And he gestures to Leon.
mutely turns, gives Leon a very, very exasperated look before he creeps out towards the campfire.
Aurora gives a little pat pat on his shoulder.
Okay,
I'm
roll
gonna
me.
stealth.
Yes, that's what I want.
Oh, I get double proficiency on my stealth rolls. Fuck. But I'm gonna put my stealth up to, what is that number? I need to zoom in so I can read it. Okay.
Possessed by an old lady now.
It's the lady. He's
Made
possessed by
room
his
for more
two of these. How
demons.
many are there? How many are there?
Wait, are you also rolling stealth? Excellent.
Or
Yeah, that's my stealth roll.
Oh god. Oh boy. Okay.
Shit.
You both, after all those travels, you're just not in form anymore. Zephyrus, you end up making several. I guess. How do you approach actually?
We're gonna try
Each of
to
you.
get in with the tree line and approach from there.
a lot of
So
breaks.
The trees will be
yes.
our cover as we get closer to the campfire.
You're staying in the like on the ground in the underbrush.
You know what? Fuck it. No, I go up into the trees.
I mean, your role is still your role, but
Well, no, just vantage point. I'm gonna.
yeah.
I'm too big to do that.
I don't want to be anywhere near your ass.
Reminds me of the walker in
okay.
The forest with a bright orange shirt.
Zephyrus, you you break multiple branches as you approach. And Exum, you too, and your footsteps can certainly be heard.
Oh, shit, they know we're coming.
As you approach, though, you do see, make out the voices of goblins.
Oh,
God.
that's
I'm gonna try to cover our noises with a whoo and ruffle my feathers.
Oh my fucking god.
Roll,
Can I
think
drop the
that's-
purple yet?
That's why it's an 11.
roll me performance.
Oh, my performance? Where's my performance?
Yes.
Fuck! I thought it would be deception.
No, I want performance.
Fuck. 15!
Okay, yeah. As you approach, you can see the goblins, and as you do that, they they stare into the forest like a little bit confused because before it was completely silent all the time, but they're not paying it too much mind. Though one of them does scan the trees with his crossbow, barely not noticing you.
I'm gonna huddle behind my feathers to make it look like I'm just gonna be an owl. I'm just an owl.
He stuck his head in.
A big ass owl.
You know.
Zephyrus has the ability to
And I'm
expand
going.
his
They're speaking, of course, Goblin, right? So I can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah,
All right. So how many are there?
you can see 3.
3. All right. So there's one with a crossbow. What do the other 2 look like?
There are 2 with a crossbow and 1 with short swords.
Goblins come in packs. This is too small to be a goblin pack. Okay. That's worrying. That means there's more out there. I'm gonna.
If you want
see
to
if I
do
can-
any more
if I can.
rolls, I will let you do that
Can I roll
now.
perception to see if there might be like indication of there's more than one living being
Yes,
that's been residing
roll,
here?
roll me perception. Excellent, you too, if you want.
Okay.
Oh shit, yes!
What's with your 19s today? Okay, excellent. You don't see much about them. You can also see the 3 goblins. Excellent. Zephyrus, you also only see 3 goblins, even if you scour the entire area. However, you do notice that the goblins actually do look rather concerned on closer inspection. They're not,
Scared?
they don't seem to be not quite scared, but they seem to be in disorganization.
Aw, they got separated.
I don't seem terrible.
They need help, guys. I want to help them.
So, I'm gonna take a leap of faith on this one, boys! I'm gonna look at Axelim, wherever he may be. I'm gonna motion him, and I'm gonna point back to the group.
He's gonna nod and gonna start going back.
You probably want to sneak back.
He
Okay, so they're obviously on guard. How do
Sneakily.
you... Okay, so I'm gonna...
I
try-
will. Sorry, I want Liz to make another stealth roll, actually. Since all of that happened with the feather ruffling and grabbing their attention a little bit. A 15. Okay, yeah, you make it back with not as much noise
Okay,
this
I would
time.
like to go down from the trees and circle back to the road. Not to the group, but I would like to just make myself sort of in sight so they can see me coming. So they're not startled by my presence. I'm just gonna go out to the road and just start walking like I've been walking on it this entire time.
Okay, do that. I will let you do that without a roll, yes.
Yes.
I mean, they already expect there's just an owl or something similar. So, let me quickly...
Excellent. What is it?
There seems to be a group of 3 goblins. They look,
Wait, no, he couldn't tell. Never mind.
not
goblins.
quite sure what they're doing.
Don't goblins usually travel in packs?
I believe so, but there was only 3.
You don't think they're lost, do you? I'm looking at Justice.
Okay, yes.
Okay. You should also be able to move your character around if you want.
Okay, yeah,
If
so
position it correct.
I'm stepping out into the open.
Yes. The others stay back.
For now.
Okay. Oh boy, okay. As you approach, the goblins, of course, notice you, and they murmur to each other a little bit, and then one of them screams, the demons! The demons! That's like the big one!"
I'm gonna stop and do a whole 90-degree bow.
Wait, what happened? You cut out for me.
Wait. A 90-degree bow?
A 90-degree bow, like I'm gonna stop and like bow to them.
As you do that, both of the goblins with the crossbows take aim at you.
Okay.
But because because of the current situation, I will let you do a dexterity saving throw if you want to.
Sure. I'm trying to talk to them. However weird this... Yeah, no.
Okay. No, I'm still gonna do the attack rolls for them.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna rush over.
No, wait.
done.
First, let me do the quick attack thing.
Yeah.
I have high
Guys,
charisma.
Just
I
wait,
might be
wait for the DM. I get annoyed when you guys
Yeah.
do this. I'm Zorpon for good.
Don't move without initiative, dude.
Okay, I don't think either of those hit you.
Oh god, my AC sucks though. Oh no, actually my AC is amazing. Okay, never mind. That's what hit me. But I'm gonna raise my arms and surrender.
As you bow, they fire their crossbows, and both arrows just fly where your head used to be.
And I'm gonna raise my self again, realize I'm under attack, and raise my arms and surrender.
They're reloading their crossbows.
Fucking stupid.
Do you need help?
Do we hit
I'm
this
gonna
happening?
I'm gonna figure something out. Figure something out. Hold on. Let me think.
Kill the feather demon!
Lion is not moving, but he's already taking his axe in the hands.
I'm gonna move closer.
So they speak common. Okay, I'm gonna say, we're here to help.
We were told of you from our brethren down south.
He's gonna look
And
down
they're
at
gonna
his,
fire
he's
again.
He's gonna look down at his 3-foot self and just say, I'm flattered.
Here come another 2 roads. I'm not.
Oh god.
Please let me talk to them.
Okay, only one of
Oh
those.
boy. Yeah. Oh man. Let me see, what is that damage roll? Oh,
I wanna know what the fuck the demon thing is.
Let me talk to them.
Okay, come on
You
up here
have
then.
5 seconds. You have 5 seconds before Lion fucking stomps on them.
that's 7 damage.
7
Right.
damage. That's not bad.
As soon as you get hit, Aurora rushes over. Wait, hold your fire! Because he's 40 feet away, so I can make that.
One of the goblins is now directing his crossbow at you. And the one in the middle with the short swords is looking rather confused at you two, because you're just standing there and not
Aurora
doing anything.
drops
So they're
all of
shooting
her
at
weapons. Please, we just
If
wanted
you-
to talk. Can I persuade?
you. Persuasion.
Alright, what's my persuasion?
Because you get advantage because I'm saying we're here to help while I'm cradling the arrow wound to my fucking shoulder.
Just as he does to come over.
Ooh,
Ooh,
holy
shit.
I told you, I have high charisma. That's why I said let me talk to them.
I'm scratching my head right now. Give me a second.
All of her weapons are on the floor.
Why would demons talk to us? Why would demons talk to us and not slaughter us?
Perhaps you should look more closely, and he's gonna step closer to the light and say, I'm a bird.
I step closer. I'm a horse.
Yes, we're the demons that slay Jarek.
Ah,
Oh shit.
lion!
Exil's wait, hold on, wait, let me check distances first before
Now
I
let's
do
calm
that.
down.
I'm gonna
Here
stand like
is-
right here between them.
You have two
Let's-
options. Friends, we know of Jarek. We knew of Jarek. You have 2 options before you. 1, you put down your weapons and we have a talk, or 2 of you will be dead on the floor, and 1 of you will be subjected to the most heinous amount of torture that Tyr can offer. Please,
Torture?
choose your option wisely.
Roll me intimidation.
I assure you, I will not torture you. I will simply.
While
about reading to Tyr. That's his form of torture, is reading about Tyr. Fuck!
while
Actually, I'm gonna give you advantage as the whole group arrives, especially Lion
And I rolled a 20 on persuasion.
and Justice.
I can
while
imagine
they're,
like just standing like between them, just like
So,
just looking at them.
stop, bro.
Okay.
while they're talking, I wanna go invisible and just position myself behind this guy.
You're gonna use your invisibility.
Yeah.
And let me quickly check something.
Oh, I feel yes.
Even if they're invisible, they're probably gonna want to roll stealth anyways.
Yeah,
Probably
I'm waiting
stealthily
for the
camping
command.
because he's invisible.
I just want to check if there are any limitations on that spell, just to be sure.
I'm so cold.
Why did I not have this one open? I want to open this.
Okay.
That 90-degree bound dodge, though.
Matrix is shit.
I didn't even know that they fired. I'll be honest. Zephyrus didn't even know. He just raised his head up and said, "I come in peace."
I come in peace and they're reloading. Like, what happened?
You can cast a hit. In this case, for trade using wisdom as your spellcasting ability for.
Oh, by the way, Azure, give yourself 7 points of HP back. That's how much damage you took, right? I'm gonna do lay on hands.
Yeah.
So return.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you can just go fully invisible. Okay, yeah, sure, you can position yourself there.
Yeah,
And he's
Zephyrus
gonna
just-
have a dagger ready.
And with the 15 in intimidation, since they're goblins and they're already terrified of you as demons, they drop their weapons.
Why would
demons talk to us and skewer us?
Because we want to find answers.
Answers?
Of course. Jarek was working for someone, was he not?
White cloak. White cloak.
Zephyrus smiles like so widely, like he just got the cat that got the canary. As he's just like, yes. And he pulls out the necklace of hands. And he holds it up for them to see.
The goblin on side, the goblins startle and fall back. Basically.
What?
I am hunting this man. Do you have any information on him at all?
He's scary. He kills many of us. He kills without remorse. He toys. Please take that away. Please.
I put the necklace away and I say, then give me his name and I won't take it out again.
He throws a look at one of the others. Samarin, I think his name was.
Type that up for
You ever
please.
heard it?
Summary. Salmon.
Ooh, salmon.
Samarin.
Big ass
Salmon.
ears.
Yes, I have a
Oh my
name.
god.
Yes.
Dorito,
Yes.
your wife.
Hmm?
Maybe.
I'm drawing skull and crossbones on his name right now. Oh, you're dead to me, boy.
Sure. Let's go with that attitude for now. Sure, why not?
Zephyrus looks very happy as he says, "Are there more of you along this road? Heading to where the fuck are we going?
I'll be right back.
Walter?
Sorry.
Guys, we got a name.
Salmon.
I don't think that
Okay.
game
Sorry,
Direction.
back.
going
just
is a
had to
wise
say-
choice, but
I just had to say bye to someone.
that's okay.
Father went to work.
I'm gonna repeat it. Are there more of you along this road?
Yeah, we all just fled after we heard about Jarek's fall. We three, and some others, but all ran into different directions. We have no one to guide us.
I will guide you.
You see, actually, Zephyrus clutches his chest like he's just been physically struck and he gives you a look. And he says, "This is neither the time or the place right now."
The goblins look at Aurora confused.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Tyr?
The pain.
Here, what's that?
Zephyrus turns and just puts his head against like Lion's hip in the most dejected way.
He is the God of justice. He sent me here to spread his name and his love, and to also take down those who will take justice away. Not this justice, like
Justice wins.
The goblins look at you guys in pure confusion, disbelief, and I don't know if there are even words to describe their faces right now.
Makati, suffocate us. Alright.
Well, do you have anywhere to go?
Aurora, as good as that this sounds, they are neither our problem and we are neither theirs. And he's gonna reach into his pocket and pull out 3 gold pieces and give 1 to each goblin and says, "Scatter off now. If you're not our problem and we are not yours, then we have no business with each other. Pick up your weapons.
Goblins throw looks at each other.
Pick up your
They
weapons and
are.
leave, and hopefully we will never see each other in this lifetime."
Goblin
You
minions.
think you can tell that one of them is almost breaking out in tears at that, and they're basically just scrambling for the gold pieces and just running off into the dark.
I hope they stay safe.
I mean, they're running towards the wall. I hope they don't do anything stupid.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Another of my donation.
Donation to the world. 3 gold coins and 3
I
goblin
donated 3
corpses.
gold coins to the Empire there.
They're not heading directly to the wall, but you think
I
they're
mean, they're
heading.
here. They might have had a way to get through here, obviously, if they got past the
Yeah.
wall, so they're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. But yeah, they. Oh my Jesus Christ, you guys.
I
Oh,
am
That
happy because
almost-
I got what I needed from them.
We could have at least escorted them to the next town.
They are not our
I
problem.
was prepared to kill them for you.
She's like, she went to pick up her weapons and then looks up at you like, what?
While violence is the answer to many situations, sometimes a talking approach can get you exactly what you were looking for. He just gives a big smirk on his face, like, oh, someone's gonna get it.
I was simply waiting in case things turned sour.
Of course, but
Goblins
things
aren't the
didn't.
most intelligent creatures.
Amen.
Bless.
That almost moved me. Almost.
I don't think anything could move you, my good man.
We're like a mountain.
No,
Well-
I'd rather forget that that ever happened and keep the information that we had gained in my head. So let us carry on.
Okay, now I have to ask you, since we are at the 2-hour mark, do you guys want to go another hour, or would you rather stop here?
I'm
Do you
good
want-
for
It's up to
going
you.
now.
We can go for another half hour.
Another half hour, okay.
It works best for Gabby and Dorito. And yeah.
Well, I could stay up to 1.
Yeah, well,
But should you?
let's not try to.
I mean, I can go for 5 hours if you guys want.
Staying up till 2 in the morning is like the perfect sleep schedule for me.
Alright,
But-
so we're moving on.
Sure, just tell me when you want to stop, or in half an hour. We can look again if if people really want to continue or not. Okay, you guys are continuing forward, and you're actually now, and you got to the next bit in the path, where, which path again did you take?
The left one.
The one on the left.
Okay, good.
Zephyrus is smug as fuck right now. He looks so satisfied. He's got like a little hop in his step too as he walks. Like,
I'm glad we were able to talk them into not attacking us. It would have been a quick and painful death.
I mean, yeah, they only have
Okay.
7 HP.
while your reluctance to
share-
fight is admirable,
I could share
sometimes
for
some
each
creatures
one, so they
really
will
must be
die.
put down.
Sorry, what did you say, Azure?
I was talking to Aurora. I said, while your reluctance not to fight is admirable, some creatures are merely meant to be put down.
How did you survive?
I took the arrow out of my shoulder.
That is a wise choice.
That's not what I.
He gives you a raised eyebrow, And
How does a creature of your size survive in this world?
I come from my island. Where we pray to Akadi, and
Have
we
you ever
worship
thought
the air.
anything?
We fly in the mountains, and we don't tread on the ground as much as you'd think we do.
Hmm. She
Every
looks up at the
coming
sky.
of age, we endure a pilgrimage to find the lost temples of Akadi that many have abandoned, and some perhaps still in their rituals. But my duty is to find the very last of my pilgrimage and return home. I cannot return home until I find the last temple.
Oh. That's an interesting ritual, but admirable, I guess.
Although the world may have forgotten her, she is still in your lungs. Be grateful.
She's inside me. She's inside of all of us.
Because while you have forgotten about her, she has surely not forgotten about you.
Aurora takes a deep breath in and exhales. Thank you.
Zephys looks weirded out, like, do not do that every time you breathe.
Thank you. Aurora
He's gonna
found a
walk
new way
right
to
back
piss
up to
him off.
Lion. He's gonna walk up and walk beside Lion.
All right. You're gonna head along the way, and in the distance, you can slowly see Boulder approaching.
A boulder?
Walder.
It's just
Oh no, Indiana Jones!
Shit,
Oh
go
no,
back.
it's a. It's a
Quinn, run
slow-
exactly in its path. Don't go left or right.
Why run? It's a very slow moving boulder. No, it's you can slowly see a Walder approaching, or you approach Walder. And let me just give you a little description of what the town looks like in the Empire here. What you see is a big gray wall. Not from horizon to horizon this time. However, it is of the same making as the border wall. When even though it's smaller, much smaller in comparison. The wall itself is merely about 20 feet high, and this time it has a clear gate made out of wood.
Are there guards?
Does he have
on
guards?
the gate?
And that's really all you can see. All you can see. You can make out some colored rooftops behind it, but not much.
I walk up and knock. Hello?
How do you call those open? A little piece of wood slides to the side in the middle on one of. Sorry,
I
what?
am your horse of other color.
Okay.
If you guys know the Wizard of Oz reference.
No.
I do not know that reference. No, I don't think so.
It was a horse that kept changing colors.
That's scary.
It is.
Okay. Yes. Yes, where are you? What do you want?
It's like the scene in the Lord of the Rings when they're like,
We would like
we wish to go to the
entry.
Tansing Pony. Our business is our own.
We would like entry into your city.
Zephys snorts at City.
Step all into a line. Let me have a look at you through the lookout here.
step into the light.
Zephyrus just
I mean, it is night.
slyly at where he obviously cannot see Zephyrus because Zephyrus is so small.
At this point, it is, by the way, late, very late night, like very late.
Yeah.
Hello.
You could only really see the city because of the city lights and the torches on the walls, the top of the walls. Ragtag group. Okay, don't make any trouble. I'll let you in.
He smiles.
This guy's
Thank
about
you.
to get the shock of his life. He sees it being fucking Zephyrus.
Wait, did you stay out of sight?
I thought he couldn't see me because I'm so short.
Oh, you weren't on anyone's back or shoulder?
No,
at
I'm
this-
on the floor.
Okay. He opens the door and the gate. Wait, there's one more?
Oh, he's rather small.
Zephyrus looks annoyed.
You're one weird group of people. Alright, head in.
Thank you. I walk in.
Try to head straight for the next, I don't know, tavern, church, somewhere to find shelter.
Church.
Stay,
Both Zephyrus and Aurora are like,
Wow.
hello. You said the charming words. What
stay
church-
away from the merchants. We have closing hour right now. And don't make any trouble.
What church are you speaking of, my good man?
Church of the White Flame. The only one that's really prevalent right here.
My interest dropped to nothing. Bye, bitch.
That's the one our friend was talking about.
What is the name of the inn in this town?
I think it was the wine keg.
The wine keg. Okay.
Wine keg.
Off we go. I'm gonna leave him behind because he's full of shit.
What direction is the church in?
Give me a second. The church should be right in the center. And the inn, where was it? I wasn't there in weeks.
It's been a while
Think
since
then
I've
the-
gotten drunk.
Think in the east of town. If you head to the center, you should just head to the right, and you should find the road there. The street.
Thank you.
I need some sleep. Get going.
Zephyrus is looking for the wine keg.
I'm gonna go to the church.
Give me a second.
I will meet you.
Aurora.
I will meet you at the inn. I want to take a short visit at this church.
You may be
I
wasting
shall
your
accompany.
time, but have a good night. And Zephyrus
Wow.
walks off. Hey, his only religion is to the god of Saver. No interest in any
maybe-
other religions.
I mean, a dedicated tier, but I want to see what all the hubbub is about with the other religions.
Let me just quickly write down some stuff and we can proceed immediately.
I'm guessing the rest of the group is going to the inn.
Yeah.
Probably. Lion has no
Yeah.
interest in.
It has been like day and a half, 2 days.
Yeah.
That's true.
Alright. Where do we want to go first?
Well, the group minus Aurora is going to the inn. I don't know what the accent's doing. Oh,
Do you want to-
with Aurora?
Do you want to do anything specific at the inn, or do you just want to quickly get rooms for the night?
I would like to know who the bartender is and get quickly rooms for the night.
The bartender is a rather normal-looking human. seems to look like most other humans in the Empire you've seen so far, which I might note do look a little bit different from the humans you saw further in the south. They seem to have more refined facial structure, like a little bit more, not edgy, but uh,
Defined.
yeah, more defined.
Is the bartender male or female?
Male. It's a male human called Ryan.
Ryan Lion. Okay. How much are rooms?
Rooms for each one are 5 silver.
Hmm.
Unless you want to share rooms. So for each room that you need, you pay 5 silver. And if you want to have more than one bed in a room, you need to pay another silver to get a bed moved there.
Justice will sleep alone.
Okay, that's 5 silver from you.
Wait,
Lion
I don't have silver.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was about to say Lion would probably want a room for himself too,
Yeah,
but we don't have any silver. We should have a lot of gold.
Just for him? Okay, it was Zephys is gonna feel
I
charitable
have
to Lion.
no
Since he used his
money.
shoulder as a landing pad earlier, he's gonna.
I mean, Lion doesn't mind if anyone wants to live with him. She just got a room for himself because he's
Well, yeah.
it's always been like that.
Zephys is gonna. My good man, do you need a room?
I was about to rent one.
I have some silver leftover change from the halflings entrusted. Granted, I
That would
don't
be-
have a lot, but it would be enough for a room if you would be willing to share.
Okay, at this point, DM information, the bartender would just change you the coin. If you give him a gold, he would give you 95 silver back.
Okay.
So there's no problem, he has the coin to change.
Zephys is still offering because he's a nice person.
That's what you say.
That's good. Now I have change.
Lion cracks a smile. If you don't get scared like Aurora, it might work.
Zephys like raises an eyebrow and he says, "Scared."
He giggles.
Yeah, no. Zephys is not looking scared at all as he forks over the 5 silver for the room. I've seen worse things.
Aurora was scared of Lion's size.
Those thighs made me quiver.
Yeah, no, Zephys
He's
has
not
been
as
around
Kurt.
so many huge people that he's admires them because they're meat shields. That he
I
never
like that
uses
you're a
'cause he's an
mobile
idiot.
shield.
But yeah,
All
Zephys.
right. You all pay for your rooms?
Well, Justice pays for his own room, and then Zephys and Lion get their own room. And I have no idea what the fuck the other two are doing.
Liz?
I just want to check out the church.
Yes, sir.
I'm following Aurora.
Why are you speaking like Bartholomew? You,
I've said it like 3 times.
I didn't hear you, that's why I asked. The demon doesn't speak loud enough.
The demon.
Okay.
Right, so
We're gonna head to Aurora, who found the church, which
I
isn't
entered the church.
which doesn't really look like a church. It looks like most of the other buildings. However, the difference is that it doesn't have a colored roof, but a roof of black shingles
That
with
goes
with interestingly white colored glass. Like it's very milky. You head inside.
Yes, I head inside.
As you step inside, what you definitely see is that the entire church follows a very specific color scheme of not having many colors at all.
It's a very bland temple.
The carpets are either black or white, same with the draping, if even, like, at least the few that are there. there seems to be a small altar which seems to be made of a white material. Like the entire thing. You're not quite sure what it is, though, from the first look. And there's also, after some looking, you find the priest there.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello there. How may I help you? It's rather late, isn't it?
It is. I won't take long. What can you tell me about this church and its god?
That won't take long as she gives a big lore question.
Oh, God. Are you new? You must be new. Are you from the southern continent?
I'm not from here at all.
Oh, I see. I will try to keep it short. The, the white flame does not follow a god. The white flame simply follows a principle, or several principles.
Rules?
Yes, you could call them rules, though prefer to call them principles, as we do not quite enforce them like rules, but simply, well, preach them.
Guidelines.
He does he has a more, he doesn't seem to really like that word, based on his facial expression. I assume you could call it that. Well, most of these, well, what? Oh god, I have that sound still on. Well, we follow these principles, and they simply take care for all of us to live together in peace. They're rather simple too. Don't steal, don't kill, and don't discriminate.
It kind of like my oath. She gives a little smile.
Oh, which god do you follow?
Tear.
Here.
Here we go, boys.
Right. The god
So
of
glad
justice,
that
was
you're
it?
Yes, the god of justice.
Yes, yes. There are some devout followers of Tyr in the northern part of the empire. Not so much here in the south.
Is there a temple?
I'm not quite sure if there's a temple, but there are points where his followers congregate, yes.
And where would that be?
Well, in the northern cities of the empire, do you have a map by chance?
Yes. She pulls out her map.
Most of them would, I assume, be either in Kran's Gate, Forstall, or Nordan. Northern Reach is a special case. You won't find much religion there.
Thank you. It would be nice to find fellow followers.
Well, I hope you are successful in your search for those followers.
Thank you. And I hope. Well, good luck with your principles. May Tyr protect you.
May the warmth of the white flame envelop you.
She bows.
He also does a respectful head nod.
Axelum, is there something you want to do at the church?
Is that right?
She's a little like uneasy that you're there. She's like, why are you here?
I simply wish to make sure you stay safe.
She pats her spear.
Are you also on the search for religion? Or are you simply like a bodyguard?
He's not a bodyguard.
Oh,
I s-
bodyguard isn't entirely inaccurate.
Mm.
Well then, again, I wish you two good luck. And I shall head to sleep now. It is very late.
Yes, we'll be making our way to the inn. Thank you for the information.
He nods his head again.
Toodles.
Toodles!
Toodles. I leave the church.
Okay, and I assume you make your way to the end.
Yes.
Let me quickly think. Okay, now.
How many
Yeah,
beds
you make your
is
way.
in the room?
Each room only has one bed unless
Oh my
you
God.
pay for another bed.
Oh god.
And about the beds, the way that they handle it, they have, as you find out, beds that seem to be foldable. So you can technically take a bed, fold it together, and carry it much easier.
I'll let them get their rooms before I talk to Lion about the situation.
All right, Aurora, Liz, how do you do the rooms?
I have
Fucking,
no
no,
mind.
you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. Exilim's gonna hand the guy 1 gold and say, a room for my lady and a room for myself.
So 2 rooms. Did I catch that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Then you get 90 gold back.
Yeet.
90
And 90,
silver.
90 silver. Silver, yes, sorry.
I know that's what you meant.
I'm sorry.
Oh
Did-
shit, you.
did-
Gives him gold.
The tea,
Thanks for the gold, motherfucker!
the tea is getting to my head.
It was the goblin.
Here, demon, take our gold.
I hope we see them again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hope we see them again.
I hope they're recurring characters.
Me too. Thor, make it happen.
Now we're at the end of the campaign and we find the final bosses and it's just the 3 of them.
It's just the 3 of them underneath the guy's cloak, like stacked up top.
I want to learn their names, their personalities. I want to know everything about them.
Let's marry one.
I'm gonna ship them together.
All 3 of them.
Fuck you guys.
OT3.
No, fuck you guys.
I mean, I just wanted to have them meet you again when they hang from some tree, but okay.
I would cry. Aurora would cry.
It's the natural order of things.
Ah.
That would give Exilim a chance to comfort her.
Wow.
Exilim's the one who hung them. Anyway.
All right. Now the big question is, do we want to stop here or do we want to go another half an hour?
Before we
Since it's
decide
nice.
decide that, so Lion.
Right.
You-
And before we do that, can I quickly be right back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
For a awkward conversation? No.
There's a little problem. I need to sleep on your abs.
Oh
So
my god.
Ever fuck a bird before?
Listen.
Fuck the bird.
I'm a cozy.
Listen,
If you know what I mean.
listen. Azure wants nothing more than this to
Oh.
happen. But Zephys wants nothing more for this to not happen.
He proposed it.
He waited.
I'm just scrolling up a chat. No, do not. Can I romance the bird?
Man, Hato boyfriend is looking great.
He's like, half your foot.
Sacrifice their lamb.
Wait, I have to do it. I'm sorry. I have to do it.
What are you doing?
Hey, if Zephys brought him home, then none of the other harpies would ever fuck with him.
No, they'd want to fuck with Lion.
No, they'd want to fuck Lion.
That's exactly what I fucking meant.
Good boy. You want a harem? That's how you get harem.
I take you back to my people. My people love you.
Here it is. Here it is.
Well, you know,
Calm
There we
down,
go.
calm down. There's enough of me for everybody.
no, how the fuck was that?
Alright. Alright. What are you guys? What did you guys do? Jesus.
You'll see on the recording.
I'm scared.
Okay, so, Zephys, upon entering the room and realizing that there's only one bed, look at you, Lion, and you can have it, my good man.
I think it would make me feel better if you had it. I'm used to sleeping on the ground and snow.
Zephys doesn't look like he's sure what the fuck.
No, it's fine, man. I'll sleep on your dick.
Yes.
As he says, I don't know what to say. Give me a sec. I need to collect myself. I wasn't expecting you to argue. Okay.
Small bird in the middle of this big ass bed. Give him a fucking pillow. That's the size of a bed for him.
That's actually adorable.
I insist.
Aw.
It would give me more room to move around when you're not on the floor. Take that, bitch.
It's like when you hold the door open for someone after you. No, after you. No,
I'm
after
sorry,
you.
Yeah.
makes me so scared.
I made Aurora push over. She'll argue with you, but as soon as you're like, no, I insist, she's like, okay.
Zephys is looking at you expectantly.
Even if I take the bed, where will you sleep?
On your dick.
Is there a window in the room? Somewhere?
Yes. Yes, there is. It's about. Say, wait, what are feet again? 3 feet wide and wide and high, and about 1.5 zephyrs off the ground.
1.5 centimeters off the ground.
That's our measurement from now on. It's
Great,
supposed to
thank you
be
guys.
about
Okay,
5 inches long.
he will point to the window and he'll say, I'll sleep on the windowsill tonight.
Keep blinking.
Like a bird.
Helps me keep an eye on things. This town is not my own.
Cool.
Man, guys, how many Zephyses do you think that tree is?
11 to Zephys.
Zephys is walking away.
You walk against the wall.
Explain to me how that is gonna work.
He's gonna flutter up to the windowsill and just perch there.
Like a bird.
Like,
He
sit
sleeps.
there cross-leggedly, too. He's very small.
He's a tiny creature.
Lion looks at the bed.
The
If I
only
s-
other option, and he looks, like, pained to say this,
Share.
would be an invasion of personal space.
Do it.
I like how you're all giggling, like, look at these two.
Fuck the bird. Do it.
Look at these lovebirds.
Ha! Birds! Ha!
Birds and
No,
bears.
you just don't understand what I was thinking of.
Forget the birds and the bees. This is the birds and the bears.
The bees and the birds.
The bears, no, the birds and the lions, you bitch.
When you say that, Lion goes to the bed and he sits down, and looking at you, he pats the bed. Just teasing me
Oh.
because of what
Oh
you said.
my god! Fuck the bird!
Comrades to lovers. Spoon the bird.
Shut up. Oh my god. Holy fuck, I didn't think this would happen. I'm fucking dying. Thank you, Dorito. Okay.
Bird boy about to get the best dick he ever had.
Guys, I can't even fucking respond because I'm laughing so fucking hard. Shut up.
How will it feel?
Oh my god.
He would feel
Ghost.
everything.
Just, let me answer you that with a new Photoshop
No,
file.
no.
No, 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 no,
Send
no.
it to me. He could feel it in his ribcage. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh god. Oh.
Oh my god, I'm starting to cry. I'm starting to fucking cry.
Just because I want to make it real clear, he's not telling you to come to the bed. He's teasing you about it.
Oh god. Oh fuck me. Oh my god.
I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
Oh, I need holy water. Holy water.
I already used all my holy water.
Calm down, Eidolon.
You guys are forgetting about the most important thing. Christianity.
God, shut the fuck up. Die.
No, it's
You're
bad.
bad.
Because Azur's like, good shit, and Zeph is like, bad shit. So I'm hurting.
Polar opposites.
He looks at you
Did
in
you-
blatant confusion and glances at your hand, and he says, "You're joking."
Do it, do it, do it, do it, bitch, do it.
Zephyrus
Fuck the bird.
is ace as fuck. But it's funny.
It's funny.
It's
We can have a
funny.
purely non-sexual relationship, you whores.
But it's funny.
My
Who
fanfiction
knows?
says
Maybe Zeph is good at giving head. Shut up.
Open that beak, boy.
What that beak do?
Oh, no, why?
God damn it.
Did
I
you
heard birds like seeds.
Did you hear your balls?
Maybe I'll get this one, guys.
I'm so sorry. I'm nervous right now.
Gabby, come on.
Gabby.
I have to pee now. I have to pee so fucking badly now, guys. Oh my god.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Be strong. Be strong for mother.
Oh, fuck you and your tear. I fucking hate you.
Love it.
He's looking at you. Just like you can't be joking.
You hear like he's giggling, like this is like amusement for him.
It's real hot fucking shit for you too, Dorito.
Excuse me.
This is like the fucking Jules and Eric ship. It'll never happen, but boy, is it funny to joke about.
Yeah.
The ship that'll never sail because they're probably both straight.
Nah,
Sure,
they totally
sure.
fuck all the time. They totally fuck off screen all the time.
Zephys doesn't know what to do. He's just giving Lion a weird look.
Oh my god, this scene has been going on for like 20 minutes.
Move, because you guys keep interrupting.
This is funny.
There's a grin on his face now. If it makes you feel any better, I'll sleep on the bed, but inside of the bedroll. So there's nothing.
Boring. Let's get some skin on feather contact, baby.
Listen, Lion is like all skin. Have you seen what he wears?
I know, right? It's so hot. Oh my god. Anyway,
Well, does he wear...
shut
Like-
up. Shut up. Oh.
No, let her ask. Let her ask. Let her ask.
Christianity.
What the-
Is he wearing pants?
I yelled up for a second. What the fuck?
Dorito, is he wearing pants? Or is it just like,
Pidgey on your
a kilt?
balls. Pidgey on your balls. Christianity.
It's like one of those like weird skirts that look like pants.
With a kilt.
Mm.
Like they are pants, but they look like a skirt.
Fucking kilt.
Okay, so he
That
does
makes me even
wear
more scared. But
kind of
you proposed
pants.
something good, so Zephys was. Forgive me for saying so, but you are very large. You might take up the whole bed yourself.
Well, that was mostly the reason why I was offering it to you, but
Or we could stay up all night arguing over this matter. And you did propose a middle ground, and that middle ground will work. So, the bedroll and sharing.
this is how we bond, guys.
So yeah, they go to bed.
As long as you keep the age out of the bond, perfect.
Zephys uses a pillow between them.
It's hard to draw, just the mouth.
Wow, you're drawing this? That didn't take long. Holy shit.
You're mostly
So
drawing
next
using
day,
the
or
touch
whatever
pen.
you were saying earlier, Zarmak, after this.
I don't know if the other one to do anything on their room.
Man, you can think Arkady just heat up the air in that room.
Oh god. I
Hey,
can't
hey,
suffocate me.
hey. Lion knows what being cold is. So he doesn't want anyone to suffer like that.
Aurora.
No. Okay.
Aurora
The
bows.
next-
And oh, I was gonna.
Oh,
make her
okay,
react
sure.
like excellent paying for her, room.
Sure. Go ahead.
You didn't have to do that. I could have just slept outside.
No, of course not. You can't sleep outside.
I grew up sleeping outside.
It's no problem.
She's just tapping on the sword. Well, good night.
Good night, my lady.
And she goes to her room.
He goes to his room.
Okay. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted her to thank him.
And then he furiously masses.
Get the rope out.
God, I'm fucking lightheaded. You fuckers. Oh my god. I can't feel my stomach right now. I laughed so hard. Fuck you guys. Zarmak, go ahead.
The next day.
Who is that?
As the next day approaches, you're being wakened by the bustling inn down below. Well, not down below actually. The entire inn is all on one ground level. It just has rooms further back, far into the back. And you're being wakened by by movements outside your doors, people talking, wishing each other good morning. At least I assume you're being awakened. If not, just
Probably.
Yeah, Zephyrus wakes right and early. And he's gonna meditate.
is he gonna be an early bird?
Yeah.
Shut God. Stop. That's enough. That's enough. It's time to stop.
You know, I'm really starting to pack up on these bird puns.
Oh.
You can stop now.
I'm the DM, you can't stop me. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Okay, so the beds aren't like. I'm assuming I don't break it with my body weight.
Say they are surprisingly stable.
Ah,
I
Or-
fucking hate it.
I make my way off and into the hallway.
All right. You get a few interested looks from the other people. Most of them never really seem to have seen a centaur.
Hello.
Eidolon was waiting outside of her door, not like
Oh.
facing the door, but like standing to the side by the door.
You don't really get a response back. Some of them shyly wave.
He smiles.
Did you sleep well, Aurora?
Yes, I did.
It's very good.
Did you sleep well?
I slept all right.
So, what is it like?
Sorry, what? What is what?
Sharing a body with another person?
Oh. It's, my experience, not quite pleasant. I was constantly fighting for control of the body and most of the time losing. Just having to watch him do whatever.
Sounds terrifying.
Alright.
Let's hope
Watched
doesn't
many
happen again.
murders.
She just like stares at you now. I'm sorry if I'm a bit uneasy around you. I still remember when you threatened to cut me.
I cannot blame you for that. But I assure you, I would never hurt you. Bartholomew is gone.
Yes, you did slaughter him.
Very thoroughly.
Very violently. But, that is dealt with, so I'm going to get breakfast.
Sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yeah, Zephyr spends the morning meditating. Out
What a
of bed.
loser. Meditate on this dick.
Wow.
Preach at that temple, though.
Now I can fucking get my magic's back.
Yay!
Ooh.
Your magic!
We-
Yay!
All of you managed to, even though you came in late at night, you barely managed to get a long rest, I'd say.
Oh.
Yeet, dab.
Okay, you get a point of exhaustion for that.
Aw.
Not.
He was
Just
too busy
joking.
masturbating.
Wow.
I can't wait to use
Hey.
this sword, dudes.
If it was Bartholomew, he definitely would have.
Mm. Mm.
I think we got rid of that.
Good thing we killed that.
We killed.
You know, I've been tapped out of Roll20 for a while, and I come back, and Lion is a giant. Big Daddy hurts puppetries. I don't wanna say what that is.
Wait, is that bird shit on his chest?
Why?
I have no idea what's on his chest. I just threw the bird on the side.
Fucking bird shit on his chest.
Please don't let it be bird shit.
Oh god.
Wait, is that? Wait, that's a dick. I can see the dick now.
Akari suffocate them. Akari suffocate them.
Look, there's a, like if you focus, there's a golden dick drawn there.
Akari
Please
suffocate
no.
them all.
No,
Why
that's
did, why did
That's
you all
definitely a
think that I
dick.
wrote demonetized?
Oh god. Oh god, I'm tapping off.
Yep, that's
No,
definitely a dick.
No, no, no. No, no, no.
Okay.
Time to go type another screen.
Just clear drawings.
Ah, this is the power of Roll20, guys.
Yeah, we're just gonna take care of that. I said to Christ, if you violate this image, I will personally kick you out of the game.
I think that's a good stopping place. The morning.
Sure. If you guys want, we can stop here.
Yeah.
Yeah, good with that.
We still gotta find that blacksmith next time.
I need to figure out more backstory stuff because I need to name towns and stuff, and you know, fucking tribes and places she's been, and people she's
Yes, same.
her backstory is like her childhood and the tragedy, and now everything's fine. Na 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 na.
So I guess the recording is off.